Okay. You would not believe how long that took, but we're back. Back in action. Let's try and actually install Debian. Here, optical drives. It's a lot quieter now that I have all the hard drives plugged in, starting up. No red RAM light, and chime. God, it's a mess. That was just a mess. Welcome to Grub. And this, to bring it back, this is the version of Grub that has, the version of Debian that has the non-free firmware for the wireless cards. I can actually install packages over the net, because I don't have an Ethernet connection in here. I don't have wired internet all over my house, so I have to use a Wi-Fi card. Hardware error, CPU1 machine check 0 bank 8. What? I think that was our last time. I hope it's not that big of a deal. United States. Location, American English. Detecting installation media. Loading additional components. Is it focusing on that properly? It is not. There we go. I just figure out how to lock the focus on this thing. Detecting network hardware. This was where it failed last time. It is trying really hard to focus on that. It's not working. Is there a focus lock? Okay, that appears to have done something. Load missing firmware? Yes. Detecting network hardware. What do you mean it's not on there? Oh, it's not on this. I have to go find the right firmware and put it on this USB stick then. Be right back. Okay, I've gotten what I think are the correct drivers on this drive. Let's see what happens. Open the right drivers. There we go. Continue. Will it work? Oh, I bumped the tripod. Damn it. Do not load missing firmware, I guess. Just gonna find only Ethernet because I didn't install it. Yep. Go back. Shoot, I hit the thing again. Alright, let's try and figure out what's going on through the power of troubleshooting. Okay, got the DVD installer back on. Let's do this again. This all could have been avoided if I just knew that I could just skip, well, hopefully, after doing that, hopefully. While it was writing the 3.7 gigabyte image, I ate lunch because it took forever. But if I can install from this DVD without actually connecting to the internet, well, it would have been nice to know from the beginning, but so be it. Just be the way that it is. English, United States, American English, installation media, CD-ROM, installer components. Detecting network hardware. Wait 7 years for it to detect. Load missing firmware? No. Continue. Go back. Can I skip the network with this? We have to wait. Do that. Connect the link. Trying to DHCP, whatever it is. Not gonna get anything because I'm not hooked up. Which will give me an option from the get-go to not hooked up to the internet. Continue. Do not continue. Do not configure the network. Alright, I'm gonna... Whoop. Pause recording here so I can set up my usernames and passwords and things. Alright, I'm back. Partition management stuff. Guided, use entire disk. The SanDisk. All files in one partition. Swap space of 1 gigabyte. That's not a lot of space. Okay, I can't change the size of partitions, which is interesting. Just finish partitioning. I can use swap files later. Alright, the changes. Alright, I'm back. Okay, installing the base system. This shouldn't take too long, actually. Especially if someone already got into there. Alright, we're back. No, do not use a network mirror. Not yet, anyway. I'll have to do that later. Okay, wait for this to finish. That was quick. I'll participate in the package usage survey, sure. What, SSH server? I'm using this as a web server, but I'll put, like, XFCE on there. Something light. I'll probably be doing it mostly from the command line. Probably won't even have a video card, a head on it. Wait, should I just not have DB desktop environment? I'll do it for now. I can always get rid of it. Okay, let that go. Okay. Continue. Removed installation media. Chime. Welcome to Grub. Debian Linux 5.10. Still got that weird CPU issue. Yeah. Just gonna pause real quick, type my username and password. Alright. And we're in. It's Debian. Okay, so now I need to, reboot? Chime. Hopefully that'll allow me to use the actual Wi-Fi card. Wi-Fi, yes! I'm getting things. Yeah. Just gonna download a bunch of updates. And this should be good. Okay, while that downloads things, that was a huge pain in the butt. But I now have Debian working. It's functional. Ow. I'm going to put the side panel back on the computer. I formatted all the disks. Yeah. Not formatted. Wait, did I? I did not. I didn't get a part out of it yet. I'll do that in a second. So it booted to this, even though all this were included. That's good. Yeah. I've got Debian installed and working. It's nice. It only took me like 3 hours. So yeah, I'll have to do next. I'll have to set up a screen recording probably, and I'll set this thing up for, being a server. I'll probably do it from a main computer instead of this, and just SSH to it. That'll be handy. Yeah, I'll be SSHing into this next, so I'm going to have to give me a new terminal. System CTL get default. It's graphical target. So I'll do set default. Let user target. Alright. Now it won't boot to the graphical interface, so I don't have to have a monitor connected in order to use it. It should boot to a state where X is not started, and it will SSH into it from a main computer. It's now setting up a newer kernel version. Alright. Alright. All the drives wiped. Quit. Alright. Should be it. Shouldn't I be able to sudo in this thing from my computer and do whatever I want? There we go. I think that's everything. We're all good. Shut down. Alright. Hello, I have gotten the NFS file share set up properly this time. I didn't have it properly earlier. Now it's fixed. And I have copied over a video file from my camera that is 2.9 gigabytes and my FFmpeg conversion script. And now, on the Mac Pro, I'm going to time how long it takes to convert the file from this weird MP2 format that it decides to do into a more modern MP4 that I use for video editing. Because if I can get it to run okay on the server instead of my computer, I can still use my computer while it's converting. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm converting on my main PC, and I can't use it at all because it uses 100% of the CPU, so it's real slow. But if this can be adequate, then let's do it on here. And after I time the Mac Pro, I'm going to time it on my computer just to see what the difference is. Not an exactly scientific test, but it'll work. And I've got this up on the side, which is just a program called STUI, which just is a sort of graph showing me how my CPU usage is going. I got temperatures, frequency, utilization, and then I got some little statistics over here. So I will be back when this is done. Okay, I'm back. About 19 minutes, which isn't terrible. Considering it's a 14-minute video on computer from 2010, that's not terrible. I do want to see what the compression ratio with the video looks like. Still just one. Okay. Videos are compressed. That makes sense. So now, let's go out of this. Okay. Now let's run the exact same command, time /convert.sh. And I'll have everything up in there, and we'll see what happens. First of all, I can really hear that my fan's spinning up on my computer. I couldn't really hear that with the Mac Pro for some reason. It's like to spin the fans up. Okay, that took about 12.5 minutes, as opposed to 17, which is a pretty big improvement. But the thing is, during that whole time, the computer was very loud, and I could not use it at all. But with a 17-minute server render, I could boot up a video game, I could watch YouTube, and do whatever I wanted on my computer. So I think it's worth it overall to do so. You know, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So yeah, that's about it. Alright, it's been almost a year since I recorded those last segments, and I'm finally getting around to editing and finishing up this video. I've been using this server for a long time. I've upgraded to Debian 12, I have been putting backups on it, I've been doing a lot. And I also changed OSs and shells and everything, basically. So, I'm going to show you a few things, just so you can see what I'm up to, how well it's working. A number of things running. I have a Minecraft server running. I have a Comga server running. I have a Jellyfin running, a Terraria server that I barely use. It's Terraria server, SoftServe, Network Manager, that sort of thing. So I have a bunch of servers going on it, and you can see that RAM isn't too bad, CPU usage isn't too bad. I could use a bit more RAM, but you know. And the share, I have set it up to be an NFS share to my main computer over a gigabit Ethernet connection. And the share is located on, I'm in the Mac Pro right now. So here's all my files. I have a number of things. What's in V? I don't remember what's in V, but I have a number of files, a number of things I'm doing, you know. Put my music on here, media, and I have backups. My main thing I'm using this for right now is backups in media. I have set up a backup script. So let's go to see. See, I have a number of backups. I delete them every once in a while, but that's the way I have it working. And if I go to CD, here's my backup script. I have this link here. That's how I've been using the backup script. I've made some modifications to it, but overall it's based on the rsync link. Basically every day it gets the yesterday. Oh, it gets the last file done. So like the last folder, and then makes a hard link to it and incrementally backs up to it. I have a bunch of other backups going on in here, but basically it backs up everything to the Mac server using an incremental backup system, so it only puts new files in the server. What that essentially does is, if I go back to that, I'll probably cut until this is done because it's going to take forever. Alright, so you can see that I have 258 gigs of backups right now. I probably use to trim that, but you can see that most days, except for these beginning ones here, I kind of fucked those up. But most days, it is just like not a lot of space being taken up each day, because I'm not adding a lot. I added something in 8.15. So that's how that works. And now I'm going to show you some zpool stuff. I have it set up. I have a script set up. I'm not really remember where I put it, but every week it'll do a ZFS scrub and email me the results. Basically just email me the ZFS status screen. So I can go sudo ZFS status. Alright, there's the right one. Zpool status. The 13th, I ran my thing. I got all my drives online. Read and write checksums, all good. And then if I go to sudo zpool list, I get my pool. You see that I've got 2.20 terabytes free, passing over sets, health online, fragmentation 2%, and it's doing pretty well. And if I do like sudo zpool get compress ratio, that's not the right one. What is it? Deduplication ratio? No, it's sudo ZFS get compress ratio. Or compress ratio is not very good solely because most of it on there is media, so that's already compressed. So be it. But I do have compression enabled using Z standard because fast works. I like it. And I get pretty good speeds in between my computer and the drives on here. I can get about I don't remember. Give me a second. You know what? Let's do a thing right now. We'll do a test. All right. So we're going to copy 10 gigabytes. Make a 10 gigabyte file from dev0 to get a true throughput test. And this important thing is that this OF flag desync will make it so that way it does not use caching, so it will be a true test and will not use RAM caching and such. Alright, so it took a few tries to remember how to do that, but there we go, I got it. So we can see that I'm getting around 108, 112 megabytes per second, which if you multiply that by like 8, you're getting like about 800 to 900 megabytes per second, which is pretty good for a gigabit connection, so this is fine. I believe it is the Ethernet cable that is the bottleneck and not the drives, so that's good to see. Let me just remove. Alright, so I'm getting pretty good speeds. I'm video editing this video over the network, and it was been working for over almost a year now. Yeah, I think I recorded that in September 2022, and it's currently the 15th of August 2023, so about then. So yeah, that's the conclusion of the video. It works great. So yeah, goodbye.